Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1. Today we're taking you on a complete tour of Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. We hope you enjoy the video. And please be sure to leave us a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. Also, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell. Hope you enjoy. So the security kiosk is right there. And the first building that you come to when you swing around towards the parking lot is this reception outpost. It's a small building. We'll go inside in just a second. And there's parking. And a bus stop or waiting area right next to it. So parking right there. And it looks like this is actually the Magical Express waiting area. And they've got some benches and some vending machines there. There you can see the Magical Express sign in the background. So we'll go inside this reception outpost here and check it out. Say howdy as we go in here. Really cool styling and architecture here. Love all the old luggage and odds and ends on top of the reception desks here. I think I see an actual hidden Mickey up here. There he is. Camping Mickey. There's a fireplace here. Nice picture. Looks like the prairie. And there's a place to play chess right in front of the fireplace here. And there are also restrooms in here. It's a small building, just the essentials here. I love this poster. Let's take a closer look. I see the steam train thing in there. I read that the steam train isn't here anymore. It shut down in about 1980, but they still got it on the original poster, which is cool. And they have a little place here to watch some cartoons. They got the new Mickey cartoons on. And if you come in an RV, you'll actually end up right here. This is the RV check-in area, and you can see it's got a large overhang here with a high clearance for the taller RVs. Now you can see a couple waiting to check in right there. And then they head on down and find their spot. And this is just on the other side of the registration building. So you see here, lobby on this side. So if you bring an RV, this is the way you'll come in. And they've even got some rocking chairs here to relax while you wait. And one other thing I forgot to mention is that if you want to rent a golf cart, this main reception outpost is where you'll go to rent your golf cart. And of course, a lot of people decorate them up really nice. And then here's the bus stop over here we'll take a look at. So here's the bus stop. And you can see the golf cart area behind there. I believe that's where they get the golf carts from when you rent them. And the transportation goes, of course, to the parks, Disney Springs, water parks, and also internal resort transportation. So you can take a bus to different areas around the resort because it is a fairly large resort. I'm going to be walking it today, but if I was coming another time just to hang out, I would definitely take the bus transportation or rent the golf cart, either one. And before we get too far into the resort here, I'll take a look here at a map, and you can see that the resort itself is broken down into, it looks like, 3 separate areas. And we start out here where we are, which is the Outpost. This is where you come in, main parking and things like that. And also the trail rides, which are right behind where I'm standing. And then there's the Meadow, trading post, swimming pool, all kinds of stuff. We'll check that out a little bit. And then the Settlement is what's closest to Bay Lake. They've got trading post, Pioneer Hall, where the Hoop-de-Doo Review is, as well as boat transportation to the Magic Kingdom and other resorts and things like that. So we'll take a look at all those things. And here's the building for the Tri-Circle D Ranch. We've got the Mickey ears on there. That's their brand with the D in the middle there, so that's kind of cool. And I believe that's where you go to book and check in for the trail rides. And right across from this, right behind me, pan around here kind of slow, is extended parking for the Hoop-to-Do review is what I read. We haven't actually done that, so we'll have to do that one of these days. And I believe you just get transportation back to Pioneer Hall, which is actually in the back of the resort, like I just showed you by Bay Lake. So anyway, the large parking lot right here across, and I believe that's where the main parking is for the Hoop-to-Do review, and they just transport you back. And inside the Tri-Circle D Ranch building, you've got Walt Disney with a miniature horse there, or pony. We've got a really pretty picture of Cinderella Castle with a nice horse-drawn carriage there. And there's Walt. Looks like he's petting a horse at Disneyland, probably pulling one of the Main Street cars. So that's kind of cool. Let's go take a look at this saddle. Really cool. And they've got restrooms and looks like a little kitchen area back here. And right next to that ranch building we were just in, you can see the stables and the fences here where they keep all the horses for the trail ride. That would be really fun. We'll have to do that as another video sometime. Just another shot of the stable and fence area here. And you can just barely see beyond the fence. I can't get up any higher. You can see a horse back there underneath of the awning there getting a drink, it looks like. There, zoom in a little bit, and there you can see him. There's a sign telling people what to do to check in for the trail ride. Got to check in at the building that I was just in, and then you come down here. Now here's the platform, looks like where they help people get on the horse. It's really cool. And there you can see that bus is going to Settlement and Pioneer Hall. And this is the Outpost bus depot. We had another look at that here just a few minutes ago. So this is actually behind the bus stop, the bike and golf cart parking area. That's not where you rent them from, it looks like, but so people can drive up from their campsites and get to the bus stop here to go to the resorts and other things, go to the parks. There's a really nicely decorated golf cart for Easter. And speaking of bus transportation, you can see transportation to the settlement via orange, purple, or yellow route, and you can see bus routes are labeled on the map here. Here come some people, looks like they're coming back from their trail ride. Beautiful horses. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that sometime. I love the trail too, it's really nice. Looks like they come from across the road there. So now we're just past the bus stop in that trail ride area that I just showed you, and this looks like the main road back to the settlement and the meadow. So we're gonna walk it and just see what it's like. I don't mind a little walking. I would probably recommend that most other people use the resort transportation, the buses and things, but we're gonna walk it today. And I'll show you a little interesting sights and scenery along the way. Most people probably don't walk this, but it's just beautiful heading back this way. All the pine trees and beautiful blue sky. It's like the Wilderness Pool is to the left, so we'll probably check that out here in just a minute. So we're heading back towards the Wilderness Pool back here. It's kind of by itself, but we'll check it out anyway. And we've come to our first wilderness cabins. This resort's actually made up of over 409 of these wilderness cabins. They're basically like trailer size, almost like mobile home trailer size, but they're really beautiful with the log cabin effect to them, little decks and porches and all that kind of stuff. And there's over 800 campsites in this resort. So if you want to camp, you can do that, or if you want to get one of these cabins, you can do that as well. And I love how they're back here in the woods. It's really, really cool. You can see a couple across the street there as well. So you really feel like you're back in the woods. They didn't clear off very much here in the way of foliage at all, which is nice. We stayed in a cabin like this when we were younger, and it was a lot of fun. That was the last time I was here. And we never really got a chance to explore the resort, so I'm glad I get to do it today. Love this wilderness area here, all the pine cones. Here's a bus stop. And they do have bus stops pretty conveniently located around the resort, but a lot of people still prefer to have the golf carts or the bikes so they don't have to wait on the buses all the time except for to go to the parks and things. Well, it was a little bit of a hike, but I've finally come upon the Wilderness Swimming Pool, which is down by these cabins here in the 27 and 2800 area. It's like they've got a changing area here and bathrooms in this building. And not sure what's in the other building, but I don't think I'll be able to get in because I don't have a magic band, but still pretty cool. Here's a better look at it. I see, I did get in here, and underneath this building they've got park information, campground information, all kinds of great stuff. Like this door doesn't open, but life jackets here. Okay, cool. So we're heading back up to the main road, and we're going to go towards the meadow area, which is in the middle of the resort. Try and keep you oriented so I can keep myself oriented as well, but just so peaceful walking back here as long as there's no traffic coming through. It's really quiet. So back on the main road area here, now we're actually, they took us on the sidewalk off the main path just a little bit, and a little bit more back in the wilderness, so that's nice. I wanted to point out too that all the trash cans are animal proof, and this actually, brand name of this is a bear saver. I don't know how many bears they get down here, but definitely I'm sure it keeps raccoons and other critters out of the trash that people throw away, so it's kind of different from the parks for sure. Chippendale would like to remind you that there's traffic ahead. Love that. Here's another bus stop. And a little playground and volleyball court next to it, so that's kind of cool. So here we are at the pedestrian bridge that goes across to the meadow area, I believe. And I believe this is the Meadow Pool. We'll take a look here in just a second, but that's a really beautiful waterway there. Sorry about the weed eater noise in the background, but hey, they got to keep the place looking nice, right? It's a beautiful spot here. And actually, before we go across to the pool, you can see the waterway again there. Just noticed that the Meadow Trading Post was just off to my left, so thought I'd check that out before we go down to the pool across the river here. So again, as I said, this whole resort is broken up into three areas: the Outpost, the Meadow, and the settlement. So we are here in the middle of the resort at the Meadow. And right when we walk in, we see Mickey here in a nice camping outfit and an outdoor chair there. Got Easter baskets too, because it's Easter time. And some Disney art. Oh, that's really cool. Canoe ride, and you can see the fireworks over the castle there. Got a Fort Wilderness camp chair. And of course the raccoon hat. Gotta have that. They've got some great shirts here. Even a wheel cover. actually got all kinds of groceries and things that you might want to stock up on for your trip, so you can have food in your cabin or your camper. They've got a really neat fireplace area back here as well, so that's fun.
You can move them now rather than have them all bunched together.
And just across from the Meadow Trading Post, you've got a bike barn over here. You can rent bikes. Canoes, it looks like, too. That would be fun. I see the canoes across over there. You can paddle your canoe across the waterway here. So let's go across the bridge and see what we can see. There's a look at one side of the waterway. And another look at the pool with a little water park there. All kinds of things, fountains we'll look at here in just a minute. Here's the other side. Got this tree here that's hanging over the water. Really pretty. Here's a better look at the water play area here. A lot of fun for the kids. There's a really cool water slide that looks like it has kind of a water tower built into it. And there's the pool. You can see it's a lot bigger than the wilderness pool that we looked at earlier. There's that water play area in the main building there, which we'll take a look at here in just a minute. Here's the other side of this Meadow swimming pool main entry building. And they've got a place to get drinks. And the main pool entry. And they've got the snack bar here. Like they've got ham and Swiss, turkey wrap, all kinds of good stuff. Hot dogs, pizza. So you can see the menu. And the other side of the menu. And they've also got an arcade right next to the snack bar. Complete with air hockey.
Alright, game boy.
Here's another look at the pool from this angle. Here's a great look at the Meadow Trading Post across the water there on this beautiful day. See some campers across the water there. And we're actually right here in front of the bike barn where you can rent bikes and presumably all kinds of stuff. We'll check it out. Alright, so here's what they have here. Golf carts, kayak, canoe, bike, fishing gear, all kinds of stuff. You can even get bait for fishing. And also here at the same bike barn area, you've got fishing at the fort. That's just the sign for it, but the entrance is actually right next to the rental area. There you can see the rental area we just were, and this door here is where you go in for your briefing, and they're doing a briefing right now, so I don't want to interrupt, but that's where you do the briefing before you go fishing. Here are the canoes you can rent. I showed them earlier, but here's a closer shot. So we may have to do a video where we just kind of go do all the fun things here at Fort Wilderness. This is more of a tour, but it'd be fun to have a video doing all the things at Fort Wilderness. Looks like this is the fire pit area, and they've even got some bleachers here. And over here, a little stage. Take a closer look at that here in just a second. It's pretty cool. Medicine show tonight. All kinds of fun stuff. Sing-alongs, cartoons, and moving pictures. And that RV over there we'll take a look at is actually a food truck. So here's another look at this RV that's actually a food truck. Love all the stickers on it. You can see the US map showing presumably where they've been, lawn chairs, and even all the bumper stickers and things on the back. Oh, they've had an update. Copper Creek is even on there, which is of course the newest addition to Wilderness Lodge. And I really love this older Walt Disney World logo. And we'll take a look at the menu. I don't see any hours, but you can get a cheeseburger there. It's like smoked pork belly cheeseburger. Or a classic one. All kinds of stuff. They've even got a snack menu down here. And the front of it, of course, has a Mickey on it. And here's the other side of this stage and seating area. Looks like a big screen to show movies. They have movies at a lot of the resorts, but this is the biggest screen I've seen. Usually it's just a inflatable screen. And over there on the trailer it says Chippendale's Campfire Sing-Along. So looks like a lot of fun here in the evenings, and that's probably when the food truck is open so that people can grab a snack and sit down and enjoy the show. So one last look at the meadow area. This beautiful waterway. Before we head down to the settlement, which is the third and final area here at Fort Wilderness. So we'll cross this really rustic bridge and we'll head down the road. As I was crossing the bridge, I noticed this shot right here. It just makes me want to rent a canoe like right now. I love canoe rides through the wilderness. It's a lot of fun. We used to do it up in Indiana where we used to live, and this is just beautiful. All right, we're getting close to the settlement. We got Pioneer Hall, Trails Inn, Crockett's Tavern, arcade, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna check that out. And leading up to the settlement, they've got a golf cart path and a walking trail next to each other. Must be a high traffic area. And in the settlement area, they have both cabins and campers right next to each other. Probably a prime location because it's so close to everything there is to do. And here we are in the settlement. This looks like the trading post here, so we'll go take a look at that first. And then we'll head over to Pioneer Hall, kind of as our grand finale. Love these wagon wheels. They have restrooms here as well. Got spinning wheels up there. So this is smaller than the Meadow Trading Post, but they do have food and cooler area to get milk and beverages and eggs and all kinds of stuff. Here's the Fort Wilderness Landing, where you can get a boat or you can even rent a boat. They've got the marina sign here. And a really nice beach. Tetherball. It's like a Donald hat in the sand there. This is Bay Lake too. This is not the Seven Seas Lagoon, which is in front of the Magic Kingdom. This is just adjacent to the Seven Seas Lagoon. There's a little waterway that connects it. Here's the rental prices. Here's the dock itself. And again, you can get boat transportation to Magic Kingdom, I believe some of the other resorts. And of course, this is where the fishing excursions and boat rentals take off from as well.
Ed, Coke in here? Yes, sir.
I see those water mouse boats over there. We used to always rent those. That was a lot of fun. And of course, they got the pontoon boats as well. And then you've got Magic Kingdom on the left. You can board a boat on the left to go there, and on the right you can go to Wilderness Lodge and the Contemporary Resort. So you can board your boat to wherever you want to go. There's a little look out at the rest of Bay Lake there. And that little waterway heads over towards the Magic Kingdom. And then there's Discovery Island right there. We'll take a closer look at that. It used to be open. So there's a closer look at Discovery Island there. You can see a dock across the water there. And again, that used to be a zoological park, but they closed it down, and so it's abandoned now. There's another look at the rest of Bay Lake. Somewhere around here too is River Country, which is a water park that was closed. So I know it's between here and Wilderness Lodge somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where. There's a huge beach out there. Water access blocked off, but there it is. And here's a little playground area right by the water and by Pioneer Hall. So we'll take a look at Pioneer Hall now. Looks like a hitching post for horses here. Oh, there, yep, private carriage rides. $55. Wonder how long of a ride it is. It'd be kind of fun. Pioneer Hall's the taller two-story building here, and this other building. Looks like this is Crockett's restaurant, which I believe is a buffet. You can check out. And here's a better look at Pioneer Hall, where the Hoop-de-Doo Review is. And it looks like probably can't get in during the day to look around, so we'll have to maybe see the Hoop-de-Doo Review sometime. But been told it's pretty awesome, so we may have to do that sometime. Beautiful building though. It's a great shot of the building. Right next to Pioneer Hall is PJ's Southern Takeout. You can check that out. Looks like they've still got their breakfast menu out, even though it's a little bit past 11:30. And here's the inside. Looks like they're getting ready to switch over for lunch, so it's closed off right now. This is basically their style food court. Got a little bar there. There's the seating area. All right, here you have the Trails Inn restaurant as well as Crockett's Tavern. We'll try and take a look at those. Serving window and a bunch of rocking chairs. We got relaxing country, banjo, bluegrass style music going on too. And before we go in the restaurant, there's the Davy Crockett's Wilderness Arcade. We'll take a look at that. It's right next to the exit to the Trails Inn buffet. They may not let me in there if I don't eat because, you know, it is a buffet, so people can kind of go in and take food and things like that.
Where do we get the credits from?
Not a huge place. No, just a small one. Just a small little arcade. So I just noticed here in the arcade there's a little set of stairs here, and you can head up here to this upper deck where they've got these, I guess, more adult games. I'm not sure, golf and bowling and all kinds of stuff. Oh, and Star Wars. And there I can get a view of the inside of the Trails Inn buffet here. Sorry about the reflection, but you can still see inside a little bit. We're out of the arcade, heading back to the barbecue place. But first, take a look here at Clementines Beach. Beautiful. And, you know, I'm here during spring break, and it's really nice that the parks are what's crowded right now, and this area just completely relaxed. So there's a lot of places here at Fort Wilderness where you can relax during the day and get away from the parks, or even just take a day outside the parks and just enjoy what this beautiful resort has to offer. A lot of people hurry during their Disney vacation, and they want to fit everything in, and totally understand that. But if you've got the time, I recommend taking a day to hang out at a place like this and just relax. There's the entrance to the Fort Wilderness Pavilion and Mickey's Backyard Barbecue. I'm assuming that Mickey's Backyard Barbecue is more of an evening event. Probably family style dining, and sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm wondering if it's in this pavilion or back further. I can't get back there because it's not open right now, but take a closer look at this pavilion. There's a really nice cast iron sign for the pavilion, which again is right behind me. They've also got the Tri-Circle D farm here. Take a look at some of these beautiful horses here. The sign for the Tri-Circle D farm, and a pony here. Sorry, I don't know much about horses, but they are amazing. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. And they've got a sign for pony rides here. Got this great tree here for shade too. Oh, hello. He came back to say hi. The shot of the ponies there, hanging out. This one's laying down. Hopefully he's all right, or she. Yep, right back up. Right across from the pony ride area, a stable building. Looks like we can go in, so let's do it. The first thing you have is a review of Walt Disney's history with horses.
Howdy, folks, and welcome to the Tri-Circle D Ranch. As Walt Disney once said, I hope we never lose sight of one thing, that it all started with a mouse. Well, here at the ranch, we like to think that it all started with a horse. When Walt was a young boy, he earned his first nickel by drawing his neighbor's horse, Rupert, as depicted on the wall in front of you. The photos that surround this rendering capture Walt's lifelong passion for horses, especially his love for miniature horses, playing polo, driving a stagecoach around the Burbank studio, and of course, the trolley horses on Main Street, USA. Below these photos, you will see the models of 4 different breeds of draft horses that live and work here at the ranch. While the Clydesdale is the most recognized of these horses, it is not the most common, nor is it the largest of the draft horse breeds. Percheron and Belgian horses can easily outweigh a Clydesdale, weighing in at over 2,000 pounds each. Today, the Tri-Circle D Ranch is made up of 4 different areas: the draft horse barn, which you are standing in now, the pony farm, the blacksmith shop, and the Trailblaze Corral, where our trail ride horses live and work. Each one of our 90 horses is scheduled to work 3 to 4 days per week for up to 5 hours a day in various locations around property. Our wide range of barns, paddocks, and turnout pastures allow us to provide exceptional animal care, exercise, and vacation time on grass pastures. To provide the proper nutrition for our horses, we feed over 2,500 pounds of hay and grain on a daily basis and make sure that they always have access to salt and mineral blocks, along with a never-ending supply of fresh water. If you look to the wall on your left, you will see photos of the many activities that the Tri-Circle D Ranch supports around the Walt Disney World Resort and provides for you, our guests. You have the unique opportunity to ride in a horse-drawn streetcar, arrive at your wedding in Cinderella's carriage, provide a child's first pony ride, or enjoy a quiet wagon or carriage ride. Here at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort, many guests also enjoy Florida's natural beauty on a guided horseback ride. You can also see in the photos that these same horses add that special sparkle to our theme park parades and special events. For more information on these activities, please take one of our brochures located in the box just outside this room. The wall behind you is dedicated to our 8-horse Percheron hitch that performs here at the Walt Disney World Resort and in parades around the country. The hitch can pull one of 2 units, a blue show wagon as shown in the top center case, or the 1907 Calliope that was purchased by Walt Disney for the opening of Disneyland in the case below. These units, along with the horses and harness, travel in 2 custom-built semi-trailers as we move from event to event. For a closer look at the harness used on this hitch, check out the display on the right as you exit the room. You may even find a few hidden Mickeys. We invite you to explore the front section of the barn, but kindly ask that you not proceed past the center doors or beyond the roped-off area. For your safety and for the safety of our horses, we ask that you not feed or pet the horses during your visit. Please feel free to ask us any questions if you see us in the area, since we love to talk about our horses. Have a great visit, and thanks for stopping by the Tri-Circle D Ranch to meet the happiest horses on Earth.
Well, that was really cool.
Howdy, folks.
And here we go
Tri-Circle D
in the Calliope.
As Walt Disney
We're
once
going to push
said,
the button
I
to
hope
hear
you
it
never
play.
lose
So
sight
here we
of
go.
one thing, that it all started with a mouse. Well, here at the ranch, we like to think that it all started with
Wow,
a
that
horse.
is really cool.
When Walt was a young boy, he earned his first nickel by drawing his neighbor's horse, as depicted on the wall in front of him. The photos that surround this rendering capture Walt's lifelong passion for horses, especially his love for miniature horses, playing polo, driving a stagecoach around the Burbank studio, and of course, the trolley horses on Main Street, USA.
This over here is John. He's a Percheron. There he is. Just look at a couple of the horses. This is Rookie, the Clydesdale.
Allow us to provide exceptional feed over 2,500 pounds of hay and grain on a daily basis and make sure that they always have access to salt and mineral blocks and provides for
This is Cole.
you have the unique opportunity to ride a strong streetcar, ride your wedding in Cinderella's carriage, provide a child's first pony ride, or enjoy a quiet ride on carriage.
And you can see a little bit of better overview of the stables. And there's the center gate. You're not supposed to go past the rope, but these are the parts of the stables we can look at. They probably give some of the horses further back a little bit of privacy at different times of the week so that they can just get some time to rest and be away from people. At least that's my guess. Directly across from the stables, we have this little blacksmith shed here. It's That's really cool. Looks like it's been used for sure. Wonder if they have demonstrations. There's a wagon. Hard to believe this is so close to the Magic Kingdom. And we're back around to the front of the Tri-Circle D farm here. The ranch was at the front of the property at the Outpost area. We'll head back over to the Pioneer Hall to say goodbye. Well, that's all for now for our complete tour of the Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. We hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave us a like and a comment if you haven't already done so, and subscribe as well. Hit the bell to enable notifications so you know every time we go live or have a new video. Also, check out our sponsors, mickeyblog.com and mickeystravels.com, as well as windowrepairparts.us. So for now, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.